Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
What is up, my beautiful insomniacs? Welcome back to the channel for another 3 a.m. emergency broadcast, because I am literally losing my mind right now. Grab your cold coffee, pull up a blanket, and let's get into the absolute madness that is currently destroying my sanity. Well, whatever happens, happens. Right, everyone? Because if I have to watch this train wreck unfold for one more second without screaming into the void, I am going to spontaneously combust. I am sitting here in the dark, my screen is blinding me, and I am dead-ass vibrating with so much rage and anxiety over this Nick Newman situation that I don't think I will ever sleep again. No cap, the writers have officially pushed me over the edge. We are watching a legacy character, an absolute god of daytime television, just completely unravel in real time, and I am fully prepared to be canceled for this, but I literally have to say it. Nick is a complete and utter disaster right now, and someone needs to lock him in a padded room before he ends up in a body bag. The sheer, unadulterated audacity of this man trying to convince Victoria that he has a handle on his fentanyl addiction is sending me into orbit. He is lying through his teeth, period. I mean, we have watched Nick survive plane crashes, explosions, and corporate espionage, but this little pill is the thing that is actually taking him down. It is a Shakespearean tragedy playing out on daytime TV, and I am sick to my stomach over it. Basically, Nick has been looking Victoria dead in her eyes, giving her that classic reassuring Newman smile, and feeding her absolute garbage about being clean and in control. And Victoria, bless her heart, she wants to believe him, but her intuition is screaming at her. And guess what? She was right. She was absolutely right to be terrified, because Nick didn't just slip up. He actively went out, bought more fentanyl, and is popping these pills like they are breath mints. It is so dark, you guys. He literally cannot function without the drugs in his system. He is using them just to keep himself baseline conscious, which is the most terrifying stage of addiction. He is sneaking around, sweating, shaking, hiding his stash, and pretending he is just tired. Dead ass. Watching him try to hold it together is making my skin crawl, because we all know the cliff he is walking toward. Look, we have to talk about the catalyst for all of this, which is this absolutely unhinged Matt Clark mission. Why in the world is Nick jeopardizing his life, his family, and his fragile sobriety for whatever Matt Clark has going on? Nick has convinced himself that he needs the fentanyl to stay sharp, to stay focused for this mission, like he is some kind of invincible superhero who can biohack his way through a deadly opioid addiction. It is pure, unfiltered delusion. Matt Clark is a walking disaster zone, and the fact that Nick is tying his own survival to this insane plot. Sorry, I'm getting a bit off track. My blood pressure is just spiking thinking about Matt. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the point. The point is, no matter what the stakes are with Matt Clark, Nick continuing to use fentanyl is a death sentence. There is no managing this. There is no taking just enough to get by. He is drowning, and the water is rising fast. The fact that he thinks he can outsmart fentanyl just proves how deeply the drug has hijacked his brain chemistry. He is a shell of the man we know and love, trading his legacy for a cheap, deadly high just to play hero in a game he has no business being in. Seriously, when Adam Newman is the one stepping up as the voice of reason, you know, the universe has completely inverted. Someone check my pulse, because I am actually spiraling. Adam, the resident black sheep, the king of chaos, is looking at his golden boy brother and saying that he is full of lies. Adam interrogated Nick, and he did not hold back. He saw right through the sweat, the defensive posturing, the fake confidence. Adam knows what a liar looks like, because he practically invented the game, and he is dead-ass terrified for his brother. Wait, is it just me? Is it just me, or is the dynamic between Adam and Nick right now low-key the most compelling thing on television? Adam refusing to buy Nick's rehab claims is the exact kind of tough love this family needs, but of course, Nick is too deep in his own denial to listen. He just deflects and attacks, which is textbook addict behavior. Anyway, This brings us to the May 20th episode, and I need everyone to brace themselves because this is where the wheels completely fall off the wagon. Victoria's not going to buy his excuses either. she is going to catch him in the act. I can already see the scene playing out in my head. The dramatic lighting, the tense music, Victoria walking in unannounced and catching Nick mid-dose. It is going to be the most heartbreaking, soul-crushing news she could ever discover. She is going to corner him. She is going to back him against the wall and force the ugly, unfiltered truth out of his mouth. And Nick, backed into a corner, is going to have to confess that he bought more drugs. But this man is still going to try and spin it. He is going to look his sister in the eye with fentanyl literally coursing through his veins and tell her that everything is under control. I am screaming. The audacity to say you were in control while you were secretly popping pills in the shadows. Victoria is going to be looking at a stranger. The brother who protected her, who stood by her through everything, is gone, replaced by an addict who will say anything to keep his stash safe. I just wait. I can't. My brain is literally short-circuiting trying to process this. How do you even reason with someone who is that far gone? It is like, my heart is breaking for Nick because addiction is a monster, but at the same time, I want to reach through the screen and shake him. Okay, wow. The emotional whiplash is real right now. It is just so heavy. Victoria is going to realize in that exact moment that she cannot save him. She cannot logic him out of this. The realization that her brother is a junkie who is lying to her face is going to shatter her, and she is going to know immediately that she has to call in the heavy artillery. She needs the gods of Genoa City. She needs Victor and Nikki. Look, the May 21st episode is going to be a cinematic masterpiece, no cap. Victoria is going to push Nikki and Victor to reconcile, at least temporarily, for the sake of their son. We all know Victor and Nikki have been going through their own massive marital issues. The drama there has been its own toxic wasteland. But when it comes to their children, when it comes to their boy dying in front of them, they are going to drop everything. Seeing Victor and Nikki put aside their war, seeing them stand united as a front of pure, terrifying parental power, it is going to be legendary. They are the titans of this show, and when they align their forces, the earth literally shakes. Nick is going to need them more than he has ever needed anyone in his entire life because he is completely unmoored. The visual of Victor Newman standing there, realizing his son is entirely compromised by fentanyl, is going to be television gold. Victor is going to have that classic, terrifyingly calm demeanor where his voice drops an octave and you just know he is ready to burn the city down to save his blood. And Nikki is going to channel every ounce of her own painful history with addiction to save her boy. Basically, this all culminates in the May 22nd episode. And let me tell you, Nikki Newman is about to deliver the mother of all ultimatums. She is going to firmly hold her ground like the absolute queen she is. Nikki knows addiction. She knows the lies, the manipulation, the bargaining. She is not going to let Nick negotiate his own recovery. When Nick tries to say that an outpatient treatment plan is enough, Nikki is going to shut that down so fast his head will spin. Outpatient? Are you kidding me? Nikki is going to demand that he goes into an inpatient rehab facility immediately. She is going to argue, with tears in her eyes and steel in her spine, that he needs a facility that can monitor him round the clock 24/7, because he cannot be trusted. He cannot be left to his own devices. It is tough love at its most brutal and beautiful. Nick is going to receive some of the strictest, most uncompromising advice of his life, and I am just praying to the soap gods that it actually gets him on the right track. Because if this does not work, we are going to lose him, period. I am dead-ass terrified for the rest of this week's episodes. I do not know if my heart can take the stress, but I will be glued to my screen, shaking, crying, and throwing up, because this is the kind of storytelling that makes us lifelong fans. We are witnessing history, people. Buckle up, because the Newman family is about to go to war for Nick's soul, and it is going to be a bloodbath of emotions.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.